Welcome to Tesla Vision. Today, we will talk about the most recent Tesla news and updates. Let's get into it right away. The Model 3 production lines at the Fremont factory have been stopped from the 22nd of February until the 7th of March. Some unidentified sources have revealed that the reason behind it was the shortage of parts, the semiconductors to be precise, required to make the Model 3. There has been a worldwide shortage of the semiconductors over the past few months. The impact of the 2-week operation shutdown is still being assessed, as Fremont is responsible for making 600,000 vehicles a year, out of which 500,000 are Model 3 and Model Y. A Bloomberg report indicated that workers at the facility were told that they would be paid for the 22nd and the 23rd of February, but not for the 28th of February, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd of March. They were given the option to take a vacation at the time. Tesla's CFO Zachary Kirkhorn already predicted this sort of issue. He stated that the company had been working very hard to deal with it. He also said that there would be some consequences for the company if it actually happened. The global demand for Tesla models, and specifically the Model 3, is increasing day by day, and not fixing the production issues could be a major concern for Tesla this time and in the future. Elon Musk, however, has come up with a way to use this problem as an opportunity. The Model 3 production lines will go through much-needed maintenance and repairs during the downtime. On the other hand, there will be retooling done at the Model S and X lines. This action aims to meet the upcoming surge of demand that Tesla is expecting. The deliveries of the Model S refresh are expected to start in the first quarter of 2021. A recent leaked email of Mr. Musk also addressed the anticipated upcoming demand peak. The same email also announced the introduction of double shifts in order to guarantee the uninterrupted production of the refreshed Tesla models. To fill the gap of employees needed, Mr. Musk has asked all of his staff to recommend friends for recruiting by the company. He also assured everyone that the production lines for the Model 3 would get started again very shortly. A golden age for Tesla and other electric vehicle manufacturers is coming in the form of the Electric Cars Act. The bill is being discussed to be passed in the United States. If the bill is actually passed, owning an EV will be made a much easier and enjoyable experience than it already is. According to the bill, everyone who buys an electric vehicle will be given a $7,500 tax credit. The rule is already in place, but it has a limitation. EV manufacturers that sell 200,000 vehicles cannot offer their customers a tax credit. Major EV makers like Tesla and General Motors have already passed that number. Tesla did that in 2019. People will be allowed to get a tax credit in present times as well, according to the new bill. The bill also mentions that there would be 5 years in which people can use the tax credit anytime they want. It is also mentioned that the investment will be done to increase the charging infrastructure across the United States. This will also make the ownership experience a much more convenient one. The reasons behind making the bill are to reduce the climate-inflicted damage by fossil fuel-powered vehicles and to support vehicles produced on the territory of the United States by the American workers. Customers were finding the option to buy an imported electric vehicle much more attractive, as they would be eligible for the tax credit. Wuling Hongguang Mini EV beats the Model 3 as the best-selling electric vehicle in China. Tesla has had a surprisingly good run for sales in China, as there is production going on in the Shanghai Gigafactory. The Model 3 was the highest-selling electric vehicle in the country in 2020, right above the Wuling Hongguang Mini EV. Tesla sold 21,000 more units than the Wuling Hongguang Mini EVs. Figures for January of 2021 have shown a different angle. The Wuling Hongguang Mini EV has more than twice outsold the Model 3. This was also the case in December of 2020. 36,762 units of the Wuling Hongguang Mini EVs were sold, while 13,834 Model 3s were sold. The reason behind this, as explained by many analysts, is the limited production of Model 3s in Shanghai and the growing demand in other Asian markets. Giga Shanghai can make around 20,800 Model 3s in a month at the moment. out of which 13,843 were sold in China, and the rest were sent to other right-hand drive markets. There are also a lot of other factors that state that Tesla might not be the loser here. Even though the Wuling Hongguang Mini EV has sold more models, Tesla may be ahead of it due to the prices of the two vehicles. The Wuling Hongguang Mini EV does not have any of bells and whistles that Tesla has to offer either. As the refresh of the Model S is making news all over the globe, there have been several spottings of the Model X refresh. Tesla enthusiasts were quick to identify refreshed Model X's outside of the Fremont Tesla factory. It's not clear at the moment whether the vehicles seen are the test models or have been actually made to be sold to the general public. All the Model X's seen had blacked out trim pieces and 20-inch Cybertruck wheels. The spotting of Model X was quite astonishing news due to the complexity involved in producing a Model X. Elon Musk himself dubs the flagship SUV the Fabergé egg of vehicles due to its uniqueness. There are a lot more spottings expected on the public roads, as the same happened with the Model S refresh. Tesla enthusiasts are waiting anxiously for the release of the Model X refresh soon after the Model S refresh is released. When the Model X refresh is released, its sales figures might change its status from a sentimental vehicle to a cash cow. Another proof of Tesla Autopilot's credibility has been recently seen. Footage of a BMW SUV performing a pit maneuver on a Tesla Model 3 on the freeway has come on the surface. A Tesla owner has shared his horrifying experience and how the autopilot actually saved his life. A Tesla Model 3 was being driven on the fast line of the freeway when a recklessly driven BMW X5 2015 tried to overtake it. During the process, the BMW performed a pit maneuver on the Tesla. The BMW almost took the Tesla off the road, but the autopilot came to the rescue. The autopilot steered the Tesla back to the road, and that too in the same amount of time in which the BMW came back into the lane. This incident has been critically analyzed by many people, and the credibility of the autopilot system is being praised all over the place. There is a very low chance that a human driver would have been actually able to recover the vehicle in such a situation. The reasons involved include the shock of the impact, mental capacities, and the time taken to comprehend the situation and actually react to it. Elon Musk has also emphasized the safety features and focus of the autopilot system on numerous occasions. A very saddening response was seen by many people who tried to criticize the Tesla driver. According to them, the speed of Tesla was not fast enough to be driven in the fast lane. It is evident in the video, however, shared by the Tesla owner, that the vehicle was at such speed that it was overtaking other vehicles on the road. On the other hand, nothing can ever justify the reckless behavior shown by the BMW driver that could have resulted in injuries and even fatalities for all aboard the Tesla. This case adds much weight to Elon Musk's argument that a vehicle running Tesla Autopilot is much safer than a human-driven vehicle. The reason is that it will never have the drawbacks that a human driver has, such as being tired, stunned, or sleepy. Tesla's Autopilot is being refined at a steady rate, and more data is acquired by the company and then labeled for research and development. It may be the reason behind countries like Germany allowing Tesla's full self-driving application on public roads. Make sure to check out one of the videos shown on your screen right now. We post videos daily, so feel free to subscribe and stay up to date on all most recent news and updates.